Hello guys and welcome back to another FPL video. Today we've got the breaking news that Erling Haaland is going to be probably missing up until the later stages of the season. So for game week 33, for game week 30, for game week 31, we should not consider him at all for captaincy, for picking him, for selection, for absolutely anything, which is massive in a nutshell, because Haaland was supposed to be that good pick for the wildcarders in 30 or 31 to gain some advantage, blah 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 blah. But now he's just not here, he's not present, and he will not be in our drafts. That leaves a very big gap up front for Manchester City that is going to be fit by Marmoush. Marmoush is going to be playing as the forward for them, and thankfully I already got him in the squad. So the front line of Marmoush, Isaac and Mateta just got even more nailed. So at the end of the day, I literally don't see what will change my mind about going with them. Some interesting facts though on those press conferences today is that Bukayo Saka is back in training, and Arteta said that he is in contention to start against Fulham this evening for you watching, and it's the first game that's going to be on that day. So it's going to be pretty interesting to know if he starts or he doesn't. But honestly, let's look at the fixtures. So he plays on the 1st of April. What the hell? So let's look at here. 1st of April, then it's the 5th early fixture, then it's UCL fixture against Real Madrid, and then it's a game against Brentford, and then it's another fixture against Real Madrid, and then in game week 33 it's against Ipswich for now, and it will be after that another game against Crystal Palace. So I don't know if Saka starts in all those, but here you have 3 fixtures in the Prem and 2 UCL before the potential double. So I'm not too overly eager to go for him, but yeah, we'll talk a lot about the players and the options that we have. If you look from the right side here, the forwards, Isaac, Watkins, Wissa, Mateta, Rowe, those are the available options, while Wood and Haaland, the top performing strikers this year, they're not in the lineups at the moment. So here we have several things to discuss. When are we bench boosting, and who are we triple captaining, and when? Who is a very difficult question. When is even more difficult. So Isaac is one option in 32. You can go for Marmoush, Foden, Saka in 33. You can skip and go for the double up in 36, whoever plays. And yeah, it's pretty difficult to decide, because in 36, so 37, let's say Aston Villa reaches the final. It's Spurs versus Bournemouth. Am I triple captaining? No way. Crystal Palace, it's Spurs and Wolves. Not very triple captainable. City, Southampton and Bournemouth, which is triple captainable. And Forest is Leicester versus West Ham, which is also triple captainable. So at the end of the day, there is a slight possibility for me to use it in 36, but yeah. So we don't know the double ups in 33. I don't know when I'm going to triple captain. I may go for Salah against Leicester away and be done with it and just use it in a single week, like done. But I'm so deliberating about when to bench boost, either in 32 or in 33. And currently, to be fair, I'm leaning more towards 32. First of all, because it's in 11 days. So we'll know a lot of the information, and we'll have quite less games for some of the teams. So for Arsenal, that will be 2 less games. For Aston Villa, it will be 2 less games. For Chelsea, it will be 2 less games. For Spurs, it will be 2. And for United, it will be 2. So 2 less games from where people can get injured or something to happen will be happening in 32. And I may have a solution for all my issues. So looking at my team, we have the goalkeeper for Areola in 33 because he will face Southampton. The same with Bowen. Gordon is here because I used the money there. Nick Williams is here because he's a good defender. But yeah, now I'm going to go and remove the players that I don't know if they're going to remain into my squad. Those are the players that I'm not nailed on. So up front, Marmoush, Isaac and Mateta, spot on. Midfield, Kluivert, Salah and Sarr, spot on. I know it, Eze is here. Eze is an option, but I want to go cheap here. I don't know why, but I feel like going cheap. Honestly, I feel like going cheap. So Sarr, cheap option. In defense, Livramento over Burn because of the yellow cards. Guardio in. Now with Haaland out, Guardio may get even more set piece threat, some shots outside of the box, etc. etc. Munoz directly in, Gabriel directly in, Raya. Even if I'm on 32 or 33 bench boost strategy, Raya is in because I will want him for both of those fixtures. So looking at the situation in 32, sorry, teams that I can target is Aston Villa because they face Southampton, Brighton because they face Leicester, and Chelsea as they face Ipswich. And we have a double up for Newcastle. So honestly, I will be picking players from those teams. So in defense, I will be going for Konsa. The beauty of Konsa is that even if I don't go for a bench boost in 32, he will most probably have a double up in 33. So yeah, yes, it's a win-win situation. Then in goal, I will be going for the Verbruggen pick, because if I bench boost in 32, happy days, Leicester. If I bench boost in 33, Brentford, not the end of the world. Here, Raya in 32, Brentford in 33 double. So I will be using a keeper against Brentford either way, and then someone with a double or with an easy fixture, but Verbruggen then can stay on the bench, like literally forever. And I couldn't care less, because Raya will be playing, so Verbruggen fits the bill perfect here. In midfield, I'm going to avoid Gordon, because I want an expensive player, and that expensive player is going to be Palmer. Palmer is joining the frame, very, very highly owned. Yes, he's flagged, but he was seen in training. Even if he misses the Spurs games, I'm picking him for the Ipswich and Brentford games, honestly, as they're very, very harshly going to keep any clean sheet. So yeah, Palmer is in. And now we have budget 6.7 to go for Murphy and or Barnes if Gordon is out. But I prefer to go for Murphy. And now the lineups look a lot better, and I will just showcase this to you. So Raya, Verbruggen, Raya starts every game, apart from the bench boost, sorry, when I will use it on both keepers. Then we have Gabriel, then we have Munoz, Guardio, Livramento and Konsa. Ideal for bench boost in 32. Ideal to bench boost in 33 also, but who am I benching in 32? Like Livra, Munoz will have to play as they have a double up. Then probably Guardio will have to play in 32 as they will face Palace, but does he? And he plays Brentford between Real Madrid fixtures. Yeah, who am I starting? Who am I benching? So ideally I would start O. Of course, Konsa can get an injury in UCL. Of course, a lot of things can change. But I'm giving myself the opportunity to make mistakes that way. Then in midfield, I'm starting Kluivert in both fixtures and benching him in the other. So it's a win-win. Salah starts, Murphy in 32 will have a double up. In 33, he will be on the bench then. I don't have to sell him. 30 Sar, both double ups. Star is remaining. Mateta remains, Marmoush remains, and it's Isaac who in 32 may be a bench boost option or a triple captain option. Then in 33 I can sell him or I can keep him. It doesn't matter. So now I will go and showcase to you what the team is going to look like, because if we go to 37, a team like Villa will miss fixtures against Bournemouth. So I'll have 3 players here, but I'll have them for, sorry, no, I lied. So Aston Villa versus Spurs, I'll have maximum of 2 players here. Not the end of the world. If Palace goes Wolves, maximum of 3. Then it's if City, maximum of 3. And then if it's Forest, maximum of 0 at the moment. So I will get them for the double, of course, but then we'll bench them. And I don't feel quite bad in those situations, like literally. When Forest fixtures are set, I'm just going to pick Wood and Sales, or Neko Williams, or Milenkovic, or Murillo, or Elanga, or Hudson-Odoi. I have the opportunities to do a lot. So now this is the team. I'm going to lock it in. I'm making the transfers, confirming the transfers. And this week it's going to look something like that. Murphy's on the bench. First bench option. Second bench option. Vice captaincy remains on Mateta, saving the team. And we're happy days. I know he's flagged, but he plays on Thursday. So yeah, we'll have a lot of info and a lot of rest days between then and now. So I feel quite good. Honestly, I don't feel threatened. Now, remember this squad, I'm going to move it into FPL.team. It will be in a second for you. And let's discuss the future weeks and how I'm planning to see things out. So here is the exact team that I was referring to. Raya in goal, Gabriel, Guardiola, Munoz, perfectly fine defense for that week. We have Salah, Kluivert, Palmer, Sar, perfectly fine-tuned midfield, and Marmoush, Mateta, Isak. I'm happy with this selection. Of course, getting a Liverpool defender may seem like a good opportunity, but honestly, I don't want it at the moment. So yeah, I want to focus on the double ups and some nailed defenders. Liverpool are nailed as well, but yeah, you get what I mean. Then we move to 31. I immediately bench Murphy, and I may bench Munoz or not, or probably will bench Munoz. And it will be something like that. Like, I don't like benching Munoz, but we'll see. I will have Raya in goal with Gabriel, Guardiola, and Livra. Happy days. I can bench Guardiola also. Do I want to? Probably not. Then we have Murphy, Palmer, Kluivert, Salah, Isak, Mateta, Marmoush. I quite like it. Honestly, I feel pretty content with this team and it's happy days. Then we go here, and here I have the option for a triple captain. But who will I bench? That's a difficult question. But that would have been a difficult question either way. So one of the benching options is Kluivert. And the other is... who? Guardiola or Gabriel? Either way, I'll have Munoz and Livra. So yeah, I'm a little bit iffy there. And then we have Konsa, or we would have got Nick Williams, who is still a good option. So I'm quite literally going to bench boost here and forget about everything. Leicester, Fulham, City with a double, Newcastle. Okay, it's a double. And Southampton, Newcastle. Then it's Crystal Palace, City, Newcastle, United, Crystal Palace, West Ham, double, Ipswich, double, Palace, Brentford. Ideal. And then we move to gameweek 33, and the lineup at the moment looks exactly like that. So this is it. This is the lineup at the moment. Benching all the players that do not have a double. Okay, but here Palmer can become one of Foden, Bowen, Saka, whoever the hell I want for that double up, I will pick him. So Palmer will be going here. Let's say for Saka, the most expensive option. There is a player that I will remove from my team, and that's Isak for Watkins. And that's it. I can even replace someone else, but that will be all double ups apart from Salah. I mean, am I not going to do it? Possibly 11 players is pretty enough to do so. So yeah, I don't see myself doing anything else. Like literally, yes, I will be missing Bowen, but that's it. And he doesn't have a double up, but I have 10 players with double ups. I feel quite strong in that sense. And being Foden, it can be Bowen, it can be a lot of people, and having Salah for that double up. And here I can triple captain Saka if he's good enough, or Foden, or Marmoush, or Watkins, even Mateta. So I have plenty of options. And then we move to gameweek 34, where my team looks shambolic. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players playing. So what? Just activating the free hit, and that's it. And then for gameweek 35, we return with the same squad. So the keepers, it's not very good, but here I can already have 3 transfers, by the way. It can be someone like Marmoush is staying, Guardiola is staying, Saka is going to be probably Foden if Haaland is still out, so Foden in. Then we go to, I can keep Sar, I can keep Munoz, so I can rely on someone like Watkins, who may still have a double up. Depending on who goes through, I will keep those players, because Saka, Ryan, Gabriel will be the only ones that are not having a fixture. Not having a fixture, but not having a game in FA Cup. So they can go. The title is done either way. 35, 36, 37, 38 Southampton. So I can keep them around for Southampton for the last game. So we have ginormous options and everything is enabled by the bench boost in 32, and I think that is the move for me, as I don't want to bench boost with Livramento and Murphy with a single week against Aston Villa. It doesn't suit me well. I have a room for error for one player. I can always rely on Quivered, so I quite like my team. I don't know what you say about it, but yeah, if you are looking for a wildcard, I think that if you fancy info more, wait until 31, but it's not set that we will have the info. If you're here to get the best team as soon as possible, I think now is the time. What else? What else? I prefer bench boost 32 probably to 33, because we know which are the fixtures and you can plan accordingly, and probably get the players you want in at this moment and not waste any transfers. While on 33, you have to bookmark some transfers in order to have as many players as possible with good fixtures. While here, you already got them set up, and you have the doublers and you have the other players. So yeah, you can always go without a Newcastle defender. It's not a necessity. You can always avoid him. Like Livra, Trippier, Burn, they can all be avoided. Of course, you can go with a Liverpool defender. I'd quite like it, to be fair. In 31, if we go to Liverpool in 31, they play against Fulham. Yeah, you can always bench Konate or VVD. But I want to monitor when Bradley will return and plan accordingly. You can go for a Chelsea defender here and bench him against Brentford and choose him against Ipswich and then do that. Of course, in 32, bench boost is active for me, so double up, it's always good, especially at home, and Livramento is the flying wing back for them at this moment. So yeah, I think Livra and Munoz will be an interesting battle in 32, but I quite fancy Livra against United, to be fair. I don't know if Munoz will be ideal against City and Newcastle, but he's there. So yeah, I quite like my team. Honestly, I want to hear your honest opinion. Of course, there's going to be a deadline stream where we will be discussing everything, and when I say everything, I mean it. If you want to support me, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It means the world to me. If you have any questions, ask me. I will be answering them. Why I'm not going for Saka? Because I don't believe he's playing full 90 minutes in 7 games in 3 weeks. I just don't see it. Why Palmer? Because he has Ipswich at home in 32. Even if I don't wildcard, I would want him for that fixture and to want to have some Chelsea coverage. And Jackson is coming back into the frame, so that means a lot to Palmer, because if you look at when Palmer started doing badly, it was after game week 21, like his points before that were flying. And if we go to transfers, remember game week 21, we go to the mighty Jackson, and he was injured around game week 23-24. So here is when the big drop happened, and yeah, here he was pretty bad. But after that, Palmer was missing, and I think now with Jackson back into the frame, I'm not quite certain he will start, but literally after Jackson went out, Palmer did absolutely nothing. So is this a coincidence? I don't know. He even missed his first pen against Leicester. So let's see what happens, but I quite fancy having Palmer at the moment. So yeah, thankfully I will see tomorrow if Maresca has a presser. I'm not exactly certain because his game is on Thursday, but even without the info, I have the coverage of Murphy for that week or two, so I can have the coverage for defender. Munoz and Livra can play. I want Palmer specifically for game week 32, and that's it. If he's fit there, all the better. If he's not, I take him out, get Saka, get Foden, get someone else. Happy days. Thanks so much for watching. Once again, if you enjoy the content, subscribe. Don't forget to join me on the deadline stream. We'll be aiming to lock up the wildcard, answer all of your questions, and try to be the best as possible. FPL is finally back after 17 days without 16 days without FPL. That was like a very big break. So thanks so much for watching. Thank you so much for staying loyal and supportive to the channel. It means the world to me. For Game Week 31, of course, I will prepare once again wildcard videos, etc, etc, etc. For when we have the proper information, I will try to adjust it and everything. Thanks so much for watching once again. Subscribe, like, comment, share with your friends. But for now, guys, I'll be heading out. Bye.